Hey, what's up guys? If you guys follow my channel, you know that I'm almost 100% battery powered tools, but there's always those couple tools out there that I gotta find a power source, plug in so that I can run, a high demand, power hungry tool. Well, today we're gonna talk about a solution that Milwaukee has come out with, and it's part of their new MX Fuel battery line. This right here is the new MX Fuel power supply that Milwaukee has come out with, and it is going to be utilizing their MX Fuel battery line. Now, the thing I like about Milwaukee, and the reason I have a lot of Milwaukee tools, is that they were committed and are still committed to keeping up with their M18 battery line, which means if you bought a tool back in the day and it ran off the M18 platform, you can throw a new battery in and still use that tool. Vice versa, if you have older batteries that are still good, you can plug them into just about any tool and still get performance out of it. However, you know what? A lot of things are getting even more power hungry, and the contractors like me are wanting a cord-free job site, which means that we want to have the ability to use more power hungry tools without having to use fuel. Now, just to be open with you guys, this was all sent to me so that I could talk to you guys about it. And I'm doing that because a lot of you have already asked me to talk about the MX Fuel and what my thoughts were. Now, I've been using this Carry On power supply for the last couple weeks out on the job site. It's been a lot of work to keep it hidden from you guys. A couple of you have actually spotted it in some of my videos and thankfully didn't blow me up because I didn't want to get in trouble. This is still a unit that is going to be going live. Probably by the time this video airs, it will be available. And let's talk about the cost of it and the specs on it. So this is $2,100. Give or take, depending on where you buy it at, but I think the cost MSRP is $21.99. The kit is gonna include the unit, and it's gonna include 2 of these XC 6.0 batteries and a power cord so that you can plug it in, because this is actually not just a power supply, but it's also a battery charger. So the MX Fuel Carry On power supply is gonna have Bluetooth 1-key capability, which is nice for the tracking and record keeping. You've got a push button start that is gonna turn the unit on and off, and you've got a grounding capability, so you can ground the unit. You've got 2 120 volt, 15 amp outlets, which doesn't mean that you can put 2 tools in here that are using 1800 watts each. What it means is as you start a tool, if it peaks up to 3600 watts, but then goes back down below your 1800 watt continuous power usage, you're gonna be good to go. You don't wanna be running 2 of those tools simultaneously, but let's say you've got a rotary hammer going and you're charging a battery, no problem, you can do that. This is gonna come with 2 battery bays, so you've got a bay on the top and on the bottom. And what's nice about this unit is that it doesn't just serve as a power supply, but once you've plugged your battery in, you're gonna see that it's gonna start charging as well. So this is a 3-bar battery. Right now it's charging to full capabilities. Now looking at that battery bay, you can see right here, if you're on site, let's say you've got a mobile office on a big construction job site and you've secured this unit, you can also secure your battery, making it impossible for anybody to steal the batteries. I do believe these are about a $500 battery. It's also got this nice cage that is built onto it, which is gonna protect it out on the job site and give you a nice carrying handle. It is heavy, but it's a lot lighter than carrying around a generator. You can take it with you wherever you wanna go. Now, one of the things I wanna be super clear with you guys is that this is not a generator. You can't hook this up to a fridge during a power outage and expect it to run that fridge forever. If you have an application like that, you're obviously gonna wanna use a gas-powered generator that can be refueled continuously for whatever extended period of time that you're looking for. This tool is deemed useful for small crews and intermittent use. Let me explain. Let's say you're a contractor out on site like myself and we're framing up a building. Typically what I would do is I would go get my compressor, whether that was my electric plug-in compressor or it's my gas-powered compressor. I'm gonna turn on a generator or start that compressor and just turn it on and leave it running because I'm too lazy to walk back and forth to wherever I've set that up and turn it off every time I'm not using it. Problem is, I'm only a 1 to 2 man guy crew, usually running 1 tool at a time, so I might be nailing something, but not nailing continuously, nor is my compressor need to be filling up continuously. So you're using a lot of fuel to use that generator. For a guy like me, where it's just a 1 to 2 man crew, if I'm using a system like this, it's only going to be drawing power when the tool is drawing power. Now, let me be clear, this is not a generator, so I can't stress that enough. This is not aiming to take away your generator, because there's always gonna be applications where you need continuous runtime, okay? This is a power supply, and you may be asking yourself, well then Kyle, why would I buy this? I'm not gonna tell you to go out and buy it. What I'm gonna do is tell you the benefits of this system over a gas-powered generator. What we typically do is we would bring the generator out for things like running my compressor when we have to use the jumbo nailer to frame up our walls. If I need to use my beam saw to cut up some 6x6 cedar post. Very rarely do we need a generator to run power for an extended period of time. But what happens is I get my generator, I load it up into my truck or trailer, bring it to site for that day, and who knows the last time I used it. It's got fuel that's probably been in there for an extended period of time, and I'm gonna fight getting it started the first time. And then I'm probably gonna leave it on because I don't wanna have to sit there and turn it on and off, pull start it. It's a pain in the butt. Not saying that it doesn't work well, because it does. A generator is great on a job site. This system, however, is specifically geared towards people that need intermittent power for small crews and are looking for clean power because there's no emissions. They're looking for quiet power. The only noise is a fan, which you'll hear in a minute when I turn it on, and they don't need an extended period of runtime. Think about if you have to run a beam saw like I do, and you gotta make 20 cuts. Well, you can go get your generator, you can get fuel in it, you can pull start it, you can let it warm up, and then you can listen to it in the background. Or you can just get a power supply, plug in your tool, and run it for the number of cuts that you need, and boom, that's it. So here's some of the runtime you could expect with the 2 batteries that ship with the unit. You can expect about 1,200 framing nails with a compressor, about 1,200 cuts with a 7 1/4 circular saw, roughly 270 miter saw cuts with a 12-inch miter saw, 55 3/4-inch threads on a pipe threader, and I love this stat, 40 warm meals with a 1,000-watt microwave. I've used this for the current job site that we're working on. I'm working indoors, we're doing some framing inside, and we were running a compressor with a hosed pneumatic framer, right? If you're working inside of a big building and you run a generator, you know that it's loud and you don't want that continuous noise. This is perfect because we don't run multiple guns all day long framing up production style buildings, right? We're doing intermittent use, and it worked really well for that. So here's the first day on site with the MX Fuel Carry On generator. I've got 2 of the batteries that come with this thing. This is how it ships, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. And what I've got here, and I'm gonna be doing, is installing some siding. So I need an air compressor. You'll notice the fan turns on. I don't know what the draw is on this. Let's see if it says 13.5 amp, 1.3 horse. We'll see how it does. Milwaukee claims that you can run a compressor and get 1,200 framing nails out of 2 batteries. I actually used it all afternoon and didn't go through even a full battery. All right, guys, I actually just made a couple cuts for the first time. So I know this works, but my mic wasn't on. So we've got the Carry On power supply. It's a brand new MX Fuel, and we've got the Scale Saw, famous beam saw, 16 5/16 blade. Here we go. No problem. This is gonna be perfect for these intermittent uses. I don't need to run my beam saw all day. It makes no sense to get a generator out, mess around with gas, getting it pull started, when I can plug it in, turn it on, and I'm good to go. The other thing that's nice for me is that I am very heavy invested in the battery platforms. Obviously, this is going to be a pure sine wave. And what that means, if you're looking at the electrical sine wave of a generator, it's very dirty. It's not pure, okay? This is going to be pure. It's going to be clean, and what that means is it's going to increase the life of your electronics if you're running them off of this. Laptops, iPads, you can charge your batteries off of it. I know that seems crazy, like you're using a battery to charge a battery, but if you don't have a ton of batteries and you want to be able to do all these different things, it's just another feature that you can use this to recharge your batteries. Milwaukee claims that the batteries that come with the unit will refill 6 5-amp-hour batteries fully for you before they're dead. So I don't know if that's good or bad. It seems a little crazy that we're charging batteries with batteries. It's like machines making machines, like Terminator stuff. I don't know, but it's still pretty cool.
Another good feature is that after 60 minutes of pulling less than 80 watts, your unit will shut down, which will save your MX Fuel batteries.
One last thing I want to talk about is maintenance. You guys know that I'm not big on maintenance. I don't service my machinery, and I hate having to maintain anything. Gas-powered engines are full of maintenance. This, however, it's just one of those perks, man. You put the battery in, you press the power button, and you're off to the races. You're using your tool. After talking about all these features, is it something that is worth investing in for you and your company? I can't say that, and honestly, I'm not gonna try to convince you that this is something that you need to go out and buy. What I can say is that this tool right here will literally negate the need for me to have a generator on my site because I'm running a small crew. I need intermittent use of power, and that's it. Like, it's clean, it's quiet, it's very portable, so I can take it up in my scissor lift if I want to. I can take it anywhere, and I don't have to deal with any of the headaches of a generator. So what can I say, guys? I think it's a pretty cool thing. I think that it's great to see us continually moving towards, more power-hungry tools being free of gas. I don't like it. I realize you still have to create energy to fill these batteries. I just like the whole thought of using a quiet, clean energy source on my job site. One day, maybe Milwaukee will be powering my mega deck. Wouldn't that be crazy? I think it would be, but I think it's also very possible the way things are going. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. If you got questions about the power supply or about any of the other MX Fuel items, like I've got the cutoff saw that I will be using, and I will try to give you guys some insight into that tool as well. Make sure you guys drop them below in the comments. I do my best to educate and help you guys make informed decisions. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help educate you so that you can make the right decision for you guys. So hopefully you guys had a good one, and we'll catch you on the next video.